Uh, Good morning. I'm very pleased to welcome Libyan Prime Minister Abdallah Al-Thani here to Washington. Time in Libya. We are very much encouraging all Libyans to respect the recent election of the Council of Representatives and to support the work of the Constitutional Defining Assembly and to reject the use of violence. Libya's challenges can really only be solved by Libyans themselves, but we are committed to stand by them as they engage in the difficult work of doing so. We believe that Libya is filled with possibilities, even at this difficult moment, and we intend to work very, very closely with our Libyan friends in an effort to try to help to build the capacity of the government to be able to restore stability to this country. As we announced on July 26th, we have had to temporarily, and I emphasize temporarily, relocate our personnel out of the embassy in Tripoli because of the fighting that was going on around it, not directed at it, but around it. And we wanted to make sure we were providing for the security of our personnel who are temporarily operating from other places. Above all, we want the recent elections that took place in Libya to be respected. And that means the legitimate Council of Representatives needs to be seated and the government needs to be able to move on with its work. We are committed to continuing to support the Libyan people, to work with the Libyan government, and to return our people to Tripoli as soon as the security situation allows. So thank you very much, Mr. Prime Minister, for being with us today, and I look forward to our conversation.
بسم الله. أنتهز هذه الفرصة في وجودي في الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية لحضور القمة الأولى الخاصة بأمريكا والقارة الأفريقية الخاصة بالمنتدى الاقتصادي. أولاً لأثمن جهد السيد الرئيس باراك أوباما والحكومة الأمريكية والشعب الأمريكي على الدعم اللامحدود للشعب الليبي.
Thank you very much. In the name of God, the merciful and the compassionate, I seize the opportunity of my presence here in Washington and the commencement of the first U.S.-African summit, particularly the Economic Forum, to express my high regard for the efforts that President Obama himself and the U.S. government and the people the U.S. people have extended to provide indefinite and limitless support to Libya.
ولأنقل للشعب الأمريكي رئيس الحكومة وللشعب الأمريكي الشكر على الدور اللي قامت به أمريكا أبان حرب التحرير، وخاصة الرئيس أوباما على التعليمات اللي أصدرها بتجميد أموال عائلة القذافي وأعوان النظام السابق.
And I would also like to thank the U.S. President, President Obama, and the American people for the special role that they have played before the liberation of Libya, and specifically for President Obama's move to freeze the assets of al-Qaddafi and his former elite aligned with him.
كما أتمن على دور السيد رئيس أوباما بخصوص ناقلة النفط التي حاولت أن تسرق النفط الليبي، أصدر تعليماتها بكل وضوح حتى أصبحت ليبيا آمنة ولا يستطيع أحد التعدي على النفط الليبي.
And I also highly value the role that President Obama played in with the affair of the Libyan oil tanker, which oil was trying to be, some parties were trying to seize it, and when he also issued instructions to stop it, and this has ensured that Libya became a secure place and nobody could transgress against it.
وبالتالي استطاعت الحكومة الليبية أن تصل إلى حل أزمة النفط، وأصبحت الموانئ الليبية الآن الأربعة تصدر النفط الليبي رغم وجود الأزمة في ليبيا.
And as a result, the Libyan government has managed to solve the crisis of the oil. And today we have 4 oil ports that are able to export oil in spite of the security situation in the country.
أيضا أطالب الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية أن تقف إلى جانب الشعب الليبي وإلى شرعية البرلمان والحكومة في هذه المرحلة العصيبة اللي تمر بها ليبيا.
And we also ask the United States to stand by the Libyan people and parliament and its government so that it can overcome this very critical period that it's experiencing.
بالضغط على الأطراف المتصارعة لأنها هذا الصراع الذي أدى إلى تدمير البنية التحتية لمدينة طرابلس.
And particularly by pressuring the various warring parties, which have really destroyed the infrastructure of the city of Tripoli.
بالتعدي على المطارات وتهديد المدنيين والقتل وخلق الذعر بين السكان الآمنين.
And these parties have engaged in aggression against the country's airports, against civilians. They have killed and terrorized innocent civilians.
كما أطلب من الولايات المتحدة أن تدعمنا في بناء مؤسساتنا الخاصة بالجيش والشرطة، ويصبح السلاح مقتصر على هذه المؤسسات فقط.
I also ask the U.S. to support us in our effort to build up our institutions, particularly the army and the police, so that weapons are only in the hands of elements of these 2 institutions.
وأطمن الجميع بأن رغم التحديات والمشاكل الموجودة في ليبيا والصراع المسلح، ولكن نأمل بفضل مساعدة أصدقائنا وعلى رأسها الولايات المتحدة نتمكن بعون الله من اجتياز هذه المرحلة وبناء دولة ديمقراطية مبنية على التداول السلمي على السلطة.
And I would like to assure everybody that despite all the challenges and problems and armed conflict that Libya is experiencing, we hope that with the assistance of our friends, particularly the U.S., we'll be able to overcome this critical stage and lay the foundations of a democratic system and the peaceful transition of power.
كما نحث البرلمان الليبي على اتخاذ قرارات جريئة وقوية لتمكين أجهزة الدولة وبناء مؤسسات وإصدار قرارات قوية حتى نتمكن من اجتياز هذه المرحلة اللي تمر بها ليبيا.
We also urge the Libyan parliament to take very strong and solid resolutions that would enable the Libyan state and the apparatuses of the state to be strong so that it can also overcome this very critical stage.
وشكرا جزيلا على هذا اللقاء.
Thank you very much for this meeting.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Prime Minister. Let's go ahead with our conversation. Okay, thank you. Please. Thank you.